shit that you can go through. However, it ends up being more of a slightly better budget Lifetime film.
Jesus Christ. I'm not going to watch this movie. Fuck that shit. Sitting there in the quicksand, talking to each other. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and they
you
have
remember how we first met?
They have like the snake.
I remember.
The snake elements, and these fire ants start biting them on the back of the neck.
There's something touching my ass.
And then, there's one scene where it's like, oh, I feel something.
Course.
I feel something, and it's like another body at the end.
Oh, God.
Here's the funny thing. This guy had a backpack and a rifle, and somehow being submerged under all this water and quicksand mud, the rifle still works.
No shit.
It's not jamming. It's not anything.
Perfect.
But
movie magic.
Yeah, it wasn't jamming, and you shouldn't jam to this movie. This movie sucks. Or wait a minute, Wait a minute, I'm trying to come up with something clever. It sucks and it stinks. It's since it's quicksand, it stinks. It sinks. Hold on, help me out here.
I like watching you. I like watching you struggle in the quicksand.
You like watching me drown in quicksand. It sucks and it stinks and it's bad.
Oh my God!
Like sands through the hourglass, so is this goddamn movie.
Oh my God! I got a serious question though for you.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between jelly and jam?
Yes, unfortunately, I do.
Well, you don't know the difference between jelly and jam, and the difference between jelly and jam is you can't jelly your dick in her ass. The Nun is my 33 pick. The Nun 2, so to speak. That was my segue. You should never jelly your dick in an ass.
Especially a nun's ass.
I know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You got a feeling unholy.
Oh my God. So, New Year, the same fucking putts as usual, but I have the Nun.
My number 30, my number 33 is different from yours, so you can go ahead and say why.
Okay,
you were disappointed in this film.
Honestly, okay, I know a lot of people don't like the first Nun, but upon rewatches, I think it's actually a pretty solid fucking movie.
I will agree with you 100%.
I don't know what I was thinking the first time I watched it. I guess I was watching it with, I don't know, rose-tinted glasses on. I don't know.
I think my problem was I thought Annabelle and the Conjuring films were actually so good that maybe this one was not going to be a miss. And compared to those, it was kind of a miss.
It was a miss, but by itself, it's a fucking solid movie. So I had higher expectations for The Nun 2. Those expectations were not met at all. It was, to quote the late great George Carlin, I would have rather watched two flies fuck on the wall. It was unnecessary, the story they told.
Yeah.
It didn't advance the story.
No.
At all. Okay, if you make a Nun 2 and it's leading to Conjuring 4, that'd be the next one, right? Conjuring 4?
Go for it.
Sure. I don't know. I don't know what the next number is. But I'm pretty sure it comes out this year. Anyway, it's just not necessary. It didn't advance the story at all. And on top of it, we still didn't get... Owie! Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking... oh, man. I slipped my foot back. Anyway, we didn't get the Nun that we've been craving. Like, we want a fucking R-rated, like, gore Nun fest. And we got lackluster kills, a fucking subpar story that advances nothing in the Conjuring universe.
At this point, the Nun is kind of like a wrestler who looks badass, but gets into the ring and sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, the Nun is the Ultimate Warrior. He looks badass, but when it comes to nut cutting time, it fucking fails miserably.
Horribly.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And they have the actors and they have the actresses and they have the people behind it and they have the directors. They have everything in order. They just cannot get this thing right.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like everything is there and it just won't fucking click for these people. So
we reviewed it, so you can go back and listen to it in detail.
So I put this
We're just
movie
bitching right now.
We're just bitching now. I put this movie lower because I was so, like, the expectations were just disappointing.
Yeah, I can see that.
So when I am rating and ranking my movies on here, as far as the ranking system I'm going by, something I might not like, it might be a little bit above it, but I'm putting it below it because it has the talent and everything there to be in the top 10.
Yeah, but
it falls flat.
Yeah,
so,
we're telling you all the reasons why it's not in the top 10.
Yeah, or even the top 20. We haven't even hit the top 20 yet, but that's my 33. You'll talk about the Nun in a little bit.
Yeah, actually, my Nun will be on a different podcast, actually, because we're splitting this up into 3 parts.
Yeah, 3
so,
parts.
I got a couple movies I thought was even more worse. Anyway, my number 33 is a movie that we watched called Zombie Town.
Don't worry, mine's right around the corner for this, so I'll go ahead and elaborate on that.
33, Zombie Town is, like you just said, this movie was about 2 kids that, you know, the whole town gets turned into zombies, and Dan Aykroyd plays in it. This was supposed to be every bit as enjoyable as a Goosebumps or one of those, like,
scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, Goonies type of deal. Like a good little movie. And it was I can't really tell you other than to say it was boring. It was boring beyond belief, and the characters were not necessarily likable. Dan Aykroyd played the town shit, or he was like this big film director or whatever, and when you first meet him, he's an asshole, but then you find out, I think I'm a bigger deal than what I am because all of my stans love me.
Yeah.
And then, you find out that, no, he really is an asshole because he knows exactly that playing this film will conjure up turn everybody into zombies. But then
they're not regular zombies they're.
This is not a horror film. This is a teenage let's goof off film. Like, that's why we say it's like Goonies type of deal. You know what I mean?
It's Halloween Town-esque vibes, but not in a good way.
No, not in a good way. And these zombies don't eat people's brains and shit like that.
They like suck the light out of them. I wouldn't say the soul because it really doesn't say what. Maybe it did. I don't know. It was like watching paint dry with this movie. The
funniest parts in this movie came from people that are not even on screen for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that was bad about it. The main people in it are the ones that are supposed to keep you interested, and they are the least interesting thing in this movie. So, did we do we did. We did a separate review of this.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to beat a dead horse. You could watch it with your family. I'm not going to say it's You just might be
kids
bored.
might like it.
The
I
kids
don't know.
might like it, but you as an adult will.
Maybe we've reached that point of adulthood where we just don't get it anymore.
No, I don't think that is.
I don't
because
think neither,
I can
but
go
I'm
back,
just reaching.
I can go back and watch films like that. Like one of my favorite movies was a Disney Channel original movie called Under Wraps. I love that film. They recently made a Under Wraps 2, like I think last year or the year before,
Yeah.
for Disney. And, it's in the same vein as this. And if it's good, it's good. Kind of like a Herbie Halloween. You remember that one with Adam Sandler? That type of deal.
Hubie.
Herbie, Hubie, whatever.
That one was good.
Yeah.
I actually have rewatched that 3 times now.
I've rewatched it 2 or 3 times too.
and it gets better.
Yeah, Zombie Town wasn't this.
Leo's good too. If anybody's listening out there, it's on Netflix. It's a new animated movie with Adam Sandler and what's the other comedian's name? Bill Burr. Watch
Blur.
it. It's fucking great. I have rewatched that fucking movie 4 or 5 times. I love it so much. It's wonderful.
32, baby, 32.
Zombie Town.
Oh yeah? Well,
Yeah.
fuck me.
Yeah.
31. or do you want to add any more sorrow to this review? Yep.
It's almost not worth talking about. 'Cause
That's what I'm saying.
It's not good. It's boring, and that's what's disappointing about it. Like,
Yeah.
you have, like, when you get Dan Aykroyd, 90% of anything he's in is good.
At least like watchable. See, that's the thing about this movie. It's not bad. It's boring, which makes it useless.
Yeah. Like, I like this better than Skinamarink.
Right, but either way, you're going to go to sleep.
Yeah, either way, you're going to go to sleep. But yeah, that would have been my 32. What's your 32?
My 32 is The Meg 2.
I didn't watch this movie.
Well, let me tell you about this film. This film was atrocious. You think you're going to get Jason Statham with a funny CGI looking shark like he did the first one, and it's going to be goofy, over the top silliness, and it's almost going to be so bad that it's comical, and that's how the first one was, right?
Right.
It was kind of comical that the people that are acting in this film are taking this super serious, and it's so fucking good.
big damn shark.
Right. Well, this one was not like that. This one, the first half of this movie was kind of like a spy movie, because they have to beat in your head. You know how you was talking about earlier, how they got to beat in your head that somebody's gay every 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, Jason Statham, every single movie, they have to beat in your head that he's a badass motherfucker in every single minute of
What is he going to do? Fly kick a fucking Meg?
every single minute of every single scene of every single Jason Statham movies, even the ones that you like, they have to remind you that he's a badass motherfucker, and you don't fuck with him, whether you're a fucking 50-foot long megalodon or you're a fucking Russian assassin or whatever.
Hey, I need more Jace. I'm going to hook a battery to my nipples.
Well, that's what he does. He beats up people and he does puns. And I love old 80s action movies that do that.
It just don't slap the same with modern
It don't
movies.
slap the same with modern movies. And that was the first half of this movie. Then the second half, they tried to go all fucking Godzilla, all monsters attack, where not only do you get the Meg, but you get these other creatures that come from the depth. And you're right. They do stupid shit like, here's a shark. There's no way that this man can stop this shark from swallowing him whole, but he puts out his 2 legs.
Swallow your hole. Swallow your hole.
He puts out his 2 goddamn fucking legs, and that somehow stops the shark from closing in on him.
What? What? Seriously?
Yeah, it's like the shark comes and, you put one leg on this lip and one leg on the other shark's lip, and the shark